Racing to the 2021 Kentucky Derby. Kentucky Derby points will be on the line in South Florida when the Mucho Macho Man takes stakes at 1 mile. Now, traditionally, some of the better 3-year-olds do not kick off their campaigns in the Mucho Macho Man. But this year, you know, a lot of these horses that run in some of these early preps usually end up doing well in some of the undercard races and in some of the 7 furlong races later on in the season. So it's a good time to get to know these 3-year-olds. 10 points, 4, 2, and 1 for the top 4 finishers for the Kentucky Derby starting gate. Let's take a look at some of the main contenders. Look at the pace in this race from Gulfstream Park that goes as race number 10. Starting with Dale Roman, sending out Ultimate Badger. And the interesting thing with Ultimate Badger is what type of running style he has in this race. He ended up being maybe a presser. He could also be a little bit more of a sustained type run in this factor. I like the fact that Corey Lanerie rides. He draws well inside some of the other speed. An interesting horse invading from Canada will be Easy Time. First crop sire, not this time, with a bunch of winners. And this is one of his winners from Woodbine, shipping down for trainer Mark Casse, and stretches out from 7 furlongs to a mile, goes from the synthetic to the dirt. Couple of nice workouts since arriving at Gulfstream Park and in Florida from Woodbine. Had a string of fast workouts at Woodbine, and we may not have seen his best race in that debut victory. I have a feeling with Jose Ortiz in the irons, Easy Time could have a big shot in this spot, and he's another one that can come from just off the pace. Kygert has a chance to be on the front end. He has shown a little bit of speed in a couple of his races. I like the fact that he's ran a mile a couple of times, and the last time out he lost a head decision with a solid Brisnet speed figure of 83. He also has an 88, and probably the lower 90s will be a good enough figure to win this race. If Kygert gets out on the front end and is able to slow down those fractions, he could be a factor late in the race. Mutasabeck is one of the contenders we profiled in some of the upcoming 3-year-olds, and Mutasabeck is interesting to me because he broke his maiden on the front end. Then on a short turnaround, he came back in the hopeful and ran into the buzzsaw that was Jackie's Warrior at the time. And then he came from behind on the turf. Now, he's a son of Into Mischief, and I have a feeling he's going to be better on the dirt. And Luis Saez rides. He's been working steadily since down in Florida. And I think this is a good spot. He's probably got a little bit of class. He's definitely got the experience. And a victory here, they could maybe train up to a race like the Fountain of Youth. If he doesn't fire his shot here, they go back to the turf. But Mutasabeck definitely going to be live here in the Mucho Macho Man. The only thing that I question is his running style. Is it going to be more towards the front end, or is he going to come from behind like he did in the Bourbon Stakes on the turf? But either way, Mutasabeck for trainer Todd Pletcher definitely live in the Mucho Macho Man Stakes. Invading from Delta Downs is Awesome Gerry. He's another one that you still have to determine his running style. I've got him kind of as a presser in this spot, but definitely Awesome Gerry merits consideration. He's got some lower 83 Brisnet speed figures, and with just a little bit of improvement and Irad Ortiz, Awesome Gerry could possibly get to that 90 mark, and I think he'll appreciate going back to a true 2-turn configuration of the Mucho Macho Man rather than the bull ring at Delta. Meanwhile, Pick and Time is going to take a little bit of a drop in class. He ran in the Nashua, he ran in the Remsen. Last time out, never really got fired off in that Remsen Stakes. He takes a drop in class and gets a good post position being on the outside of some of the other contenders. The interesting thing here is going to be the pace of the race. I've got Kygert and Raisin Dier as possible front runners. They should be on the front end early. Easy Time and Awesome Gerry will be my pace pressures. Pick and Time, I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to put him as a sustained in this spot. And then Mutasabeck is the big question mark. Will it be more towards the front end or from the back end? I think he's going to be forwardly placed. My top pick in this race is going to be Easy Time. I like the debut win at Woodbine. I think you get a little bit better price on him in this spot with some of the other question marks on some of the other contenders. Also, Mutasabeck definitely has to be considered in the exotics. Maybe a straight exacta, Easy Time over Kygert and Mutasabeck, and a little bit of a back wheel, Mutasabeck over Easy Time might be the saver exacta. Who do you like in the Mucho Macho Man? Leave a comment below. Remember, on Monday we debut with a look at the Triple Crown scene with the Future Book, and that'll be up at noon Central Time on Monday. Who do you like in the Mucho Macho Man? Leave a comment below, and we'll see you with the next race preview. Also, the Sham Stakes this week, and a nice, interesting rendition of the Jerome Stakes. Both of those drew short fields. We will not be previewing those. And follow me on Twitter for selections in those races as we get you ready for 2021.